Been released. The couple divorced back in 1992. However, she continued to own a home on Palm Beach until it was sold this year. Ivana was no stranger to Mar-a-Lago. She remarried the former president at the sprawling compound in 2008. In a statement on his social media, former President Trump remembered Ivana as a, quote, wonderful, beautiful, and amazing woman who led a great and inspirational life. He said her pride and joy were her three children, Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric. This morning on the Today Show, the crew takes a look back at Ivana's journey as an immigrant who rose to the heights of American business. You can tune in right here on News Channel 5 after this newscast.
All right, we know times can be tough right now. Stay patient. We're learning this morning U.S. companies are planning on hiking American wages by an average of 4.1%. Yes,
the biggest pay increases since the 2008 Great Recession. Key reasons: inflation and fewer workers available. The planned wage hikes are still well below the inflation rate. Well, some good news on this Friday. Mortgage rates are going back up. Freddie Mac says rates haven't been this high in over a decade. The 30-year fixed rate mortgage is about 5.5%. Last week, it was 5.3%. And here at home, a new added layer of protection for renters in Palm Beach Gardens is making headway. In a unanimous vote, city leaders approved a new ordinance requiring landlords to provide their tenants with a 60-day notice before increasing rent by more than 5%. Right now, city leaders say landlords in Palm Beach Gardens are not required to give any advance notice. The new rule still needs to be approved a second time before it officially goes into effect.
All right, they say you can't win if you don't play, right? Hundreds of million reasons why you should tonight. The jackpot for the Mega Millions drawing is now an estimated $480 million. No one has won that big jackpot since April. If there is one, you can always choose that cash. I think I would do the lump sum option as well.
You know, if you don't take it all up front, they could take it back from you, is my fear. You got to get it, hold on to it.
Get it and call it a day. $276 million, by the way, would be the lump sum out of that. Not a bad chunk of change.
I've been like extra nice to everybody this week too, just in case they win.
Yeah, $276 million. That's Steve Villanueva money, right?
That is Steve Villanueva money.
I have it right here in my pocket.
There we go.
We don't even need to win the lottery.
Don't even need it. I don't need it. Well, good morning, everyone. Here's the deal. We're tracking the tropics. All is quiet right now. We are in the middle of July. Wow. Time is moving quickly, but at the moment, all is quiet, at least in the Atlantic Basin. Gulf, no issues. The Caribbean, no issues. In the Pacific has certainly been more active than the Atlantic. And there's another system right here that the Hurricane Center is watching. But again, that's the Pacific Ocean. That will not affect us. And as we zoom out and check out the rest of the Atlantic Basin, all is quiet at the moment. But the peak is in the middle of September, and we have plenty of time to get there.
All right, the only actual dinosaur skeleton in South Florida. TA's not riding it, that's something else, but he is at the mall at Wellington Green. We're gonna tell you in this hour where kids can take selfies with Cheryl, the 68 million-year-old Triceratops, so much more. TA Walker, he is shining a light on Jurassic Camp when we come back.
I'm John Matarese. Why this summer's flight cancellations and delays are making it very tough to find any end of summer travel deals. But we have some expert advice to help. Coming up.
Welcome back, 6:14 this morning. Here's a look at your top stories of the day. Scientists are now watching the spread of another new coronavirus variant. A company tracking COVID says it identified the BA 2.75 variant in 3 states in the last 2 weeks. The New York Institute of Technology reports cases of the new variant in 7 states. A spokesperson for the Mayo Clinic says it's still too early to draw any conclusions about the new variant. A new report today shows about 25 million children worldwide missed a routine vaccination last year. Experts say the lapse in vaccinations for children is happening at rates of severe malnutrition are rising, and malnourished kids have weaker immune systems. The House will vote today on 2 bills aimed at boosting abortion rights. The Ensuring Access to Abortion Act would protect a woman's right to travel to seek an abortion. The Women's Health Protection Act, which the House has passed before, calls for the codification of abortion rights into federal law. The bills are not expected, though, to win 10 Republican votes needed to pass the Senate.
Vice President Kamala Harris working to ensure access to abortions in Florida. She met yesterday with Florida Democrats in Orlando. Democrats have raised concerns over our state's new abortion ban after 15 weeks, which has few exceptions. In her remarks, Vice President Harris didn't offer promises, but says she agrees with Democrats' concerns.
The government should not interfere with certain decisions. Let the woman make that decision with her doctor, her loved ones, her pastor, her priest, her rabbi. But the government should not be doing that.
The ACLU and women's health care clinics are challenging the new Florida law in court. House Bill 5, now law, remains in effect while the state appeals. A vending machine, you got to see this, in Boston University is all the talk of social media. It dispenses Plan B, one of the first machines of its kind in the country. Comes at a time when many are concerned about barriers to contraception. Students wanted to make getting the morning after pill as easy as getting a late night snack. Students hope to install more machines at the university.
All right, well, flight delays and cancellations, they are just adding way more stress to summer, right? So many of you have been feeling this frustration, and not to mention that price. Consumer reporter John Matarese looks at whether you have any shot of finding those late summer deals so you don't waste your money.
This has been the summer of the flightmare. Canceled flights, lost luggage, and long delays, which had Tamara Mims very nervous.
My flight doesn't leave till 4, so I am having a little anxiety about it.
On top of that, ticket prices are up over 25% over last summer, according to the government's most recent price data.
How are the fares this year?
High, very high, always.
So what can you do if you were hoping for an end-of-summer travel deal? First, to avoid getting stuck somewhere, Caroline Teal of SmarterTravel.com says avoid connecting flights. Don't check a bag if possible, and book a morning flight.
Nobody wants to wake up and get a 4 a.m. taxi to the airport, but you're so much less likely to be delayed if you're on that first flight.
Soaring jet fuel prices, staffing shortages, and high demand for seats are all contributing to this year's cancellations and delays. And unfortunately, those same factors are also making it difficult to find end-of-summer deals this year.
It's not that there aren't any deals out there. It's just that when they do happen, they move really quickly.
Luson Smith with Scott's Cheap Flight says his site notifies members when great deals pop up. Otherwise, he recommends you use an aggregator like Google Flights or Kayak to compare prices. Avoid Monday business travelers by flying Tuesday through Thursday, and get the best deals by waiting until after Labor Day to travel. If you're hoping for one last family trip this summer, be sure to book the flight you want before it's gone.
The longer you wait, the more likely it is that you're not going to find those deals.
Tamara says high fares are not keeping her home yet.
If you want a vacation, you got to pay the price.
But with some pre-planning, you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.
Okay, here we are, July 15th, but
Friday, most
Friday.
importantly.
TGIF.
We made it.
We wish we could say we had a rain-free weekend, but at least Steve's here to deliver the truth.
And you know,
about
sometimes a little rainy weekend just to stay inside, watch a movie isn't so horrible.
Well, it's not going to
Trying
rain
to be positive here.
all of the
Full
time.
washout.
And positive is that we could use the rain. It's been really dry.
It has.
So the rain is going to be very beneficial. In fact, it's raining right now in Boca. This is a live look outside FAU Stadium. And you can see that we do have some wet weather moving through South County this morning. Now, for the weekend, we will have a lot of tropical moisture move on in. And it can pretty much rain at any point in time. So both Saturday and Sunday, keep the umbrellas with you. But at least temperatures will be cooler with the extra clouds and the rain around. We're starting off in the 70s, heading into the upper 80s to right around 90. We do have that onshore flow once again, and that will allow the storms to work their way in that direction. They'll start along the East Coast and then march inland. And right now into Boca, you can see right around 95 from Boca through Highland Beach and into parts of southern Delray Beach. That's where we're seeing some locally heavy downpours right now, probably winds at about 20 to 30 miles an hour, and you can see some lightning strikes as well. Otherwise, we're mainly dry into the Treasure Coast, but we do have some wet weather offshore. We have a lot of tropical moisture. You can see it across the Bahamas, and all of this will feed in as we head into the next 2 to 3 days. We also, at least for today, have an area of lower pressure in the upper levels, and that's going to provide enough instability locally that later today we could be dealing with a stronger storm, but that should happen inland. If you're taking the kids to the playground today along the coast, we'll have a couple of showers during the morning hours, and then during the afternoon, everything will move inland from Wellington over towards the lake. And again, again, any storm that develops later today could have a little bit of a punch with it. Some gusty winds, some hail, and some lightning too. So we do have some coastal rain showers in the forecast this morning. And then as we head towards the afternoon hours, you can see we're dry up and down I-95, all of the active weather from the lake over towards the Gulf Coast. And then as we head into the weekend, notice Saturday morning, starting off with some locally heavy downpours, off and on showers and storms as we head into Saturday afternoon. At least according to this model, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rain possible. That's both Saturday and Sunday combined. If you're going boating today, seas at 2 to 3 feet. Inland waters will have a moderate chop. Here's your first alert 7-day forecast. Today, storminess moving inland. The storm could be on the stronger side this afternoon. This weekend, it could rain at any point.
I want to tell you something just popped up with FHP. There is an accident 95 northbound near Fort Pierce. No roadblock, but can tell you that just came in. You can see your drive times right here, that normal congestion you're seeing Palmetto Park Road to Atlantic Avenue, 95 northbound, that South County commute. Kind of getting jammed up there, but hey, early morning TGIF, let's hope it smooths out.
Keep some smooth driving out there.
All right, take a look at this.
Yeah, we're getting more images.
Yep.
From NASA's James Webb Telescope. It's been fun seeing these all week, right? So you're looking at the planet Jupiter, its moons and thin rings made of dust particles. To take the pictures, NASA used an infrared filter and focused it on a distant star. That way they could create the clearest pictures possible.
And no matter how close you look at that Jupiter, they could not see Indiantown Road there in the big red dot.
Right.
Oh.
All right, well, when we return, new details in the lawsuit against Uber and its drivers. More riders are now stepping up and calling out the company's lack of concern. Welcome back. Another 5 passengers have sued Uber over alleged sexual assault incidents at the hands of drivers on its platform. The alleged incidents in this latest suit happened between last August and this February in Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Illinois, and California. Those allegations include rape, attempted rape, and forced oral sex. Uber said in a statement it does not comment on pending litigation, but takes every single report seriously, and it has built new safety features.
Twitter's back up and running. It had an outage yesterday. It's down for about an hour, as a matter of fact. It's the longest outage the site has seen in years. No word yet on what caused the glitch. Hey, ahead in our next half hour, it wasn't a pretty performance, not Tiger Woods' best during the first round of the Open Championship. New this morning, what he says went wrong.
Plus, hear how one South Florida cancer patient's dream came true. That's new here on WPTV News Channel 5.
Right now on WPTV News Channel 5.
Heading into the weekend and a lot of tropical moisture pushing towards South Florida. What does that mean for you? Your forecast coming up.
All right, taking a look at your drive times out there this Friday morning. Everything's into green, everything moving nicely. Okeechobee Boulevard to Boynton Beach Boulevard, just an 11-minute drive.
This morning, an investigation, a lot of unanswered questions after the shooting death of a food delivery driver in Port St. Lucie. We're live with reaction from other drivers and how they're staying safe while on duty. Gotta say good morning to you, though, hitting this 6:30 half hour. Megan McRobertson.
Yeah.
We've got the birds flying here.
It's actually a nice, beautiful sunrise, a few clouds in the sky.
You never
Nice
know what
way
you're
to
gonna
start
see.
your Friday.
I don't know what you're going to see on the live cam there.
You never do. That flock of birds.
I remember one time there was a big spider on it. And it was like,
That was terrifying me.
you never know. All right,
Oh my gosh.
Steve Villanueva in the house for us this morning, and we are talking about, we're seeing nice weather now, but let's be prepared for some things, right?
Yeah, over the next several days, we're certainly going to have to be prepared because we do have a lot of tropical moisture that will be heading towards South Florida, especially Saturday and Sunday. This morning, we are starting off with some rain into southern Palm Beach County. Otherwise, we're generally dry. Temperatures in the 70s, but we're heading up to about 90 this afternoon. The winds coming in off of the Atlantic once again, and that will allow the storms that start along the East Coast to march towards the West Coast as the day goes on. But into southern Palm Beach County, Boca, Delray starting off with some heavy rain there. Soon enough, this will continue to slide inland, but at least over the next half hour, expect some rain into southern Palm Beach County. We do have some moisture offshore, even more moisture back towards the Bahamas. All of this pushes into South Florida as we head into the next 3 days. Keep the umbrellas with you. We'll have some coastal rain showers this morning, and then as we head into the afternoon hours, everything moves to the west.
All right, there is something on FHP was just letting us know about a northbound 95 Fort Pierce accident. No roadblocks, but you might want to use that move over law to keep it safe there for those emergency crews clearing that accident. Drive times look pretty smooth too. Boynton Beach Boulevard, Glades Road, southbound Turnpike, 9 minutes. Let's get to Chris right now.
Is Shanae Goddard, 26 years old, missing autistic adult. Riviera Beach just tweeted this out about 30 minutes ago. She was last seen at 4:23 a.m. this morning. You might see helicopters or dogs in the area assisting in this search. She is described as a biracial female. She is attracted to water, certainly adding to the danger here. If you can help at all or notice this woman around the area, please contact Riviera Beach Police.
Right now, Port St. Lucie police are investigating the deadly shooting involving a food delivery driver. Officers there say the shooting happened Wednesday night near Bayshore Boulevard and JC Park. WPTV's Derek Lowe is live outside the Port St. Lucie Police Department this morning. Derek, the news, I imagine, is just weighing heavily on other local food delivery drivers out there.
Well, Megan, good morning. We spoke with several since the shooting happened, and they say that these deliveries can, as you know, go well into the late hours of the night, and oftentimes these drivers are alone. However, with DoorDash, at least, there are some safety features in place to make sure that drivers stay safe while working. First of all, DoorDash drivers, they're able to pick and choose when and where they deliver their food. There's also an emergency button on the app that drivers can press in the event that they feel as if they're in danger. We spoke with the driver, a DoorDash driver, and he says that it can be scary oftentimes. DoorDash says that the driver in this case was delivering food under his wife's account. New security video shows him dropping off the food moments before gunshots rang out.
A lot of the times I'll go into Stewart, Palm City area, a lot of the gated communities. Typically you're not going to have a lot of crime in those communities. Well, you never know what's in people's heart, so that's the good and bad thing about life.
Right now, police say it's believed that the driver's employment is not connected to the shooting. Police have yet to make any arrests. We'll update you on the case as it continues to be investigated and new details arise. Megan, Mike?
For that this morning. Thank you, Derek. Hey, Margaritaville at Sea cruise ship making some onboard changes just so the ship can set sail again out of the Port of Palm Beach. Coast Guard gave it a no sail order. Passengers, they were trying to hit the seas yesterday morning, instead stuck on the ship for hours. A spokesperson for Margaritaville at Sea says the Coast Guard flagged things that needed action from the cruise line. We did get a response from the cruise line, reading in part, cruise line's shoreside and shipboard teams working closely with the United States Coast Guard to quickly address those flagged items and continue sailing on schedule. We don't anticipate any additional impact to our planned itineraries. All right, as we say hello to the weekend, finally, I think this week went by quick.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Kind of.
Maybe. It's all
could have been quicker, right?
Different for everybody. Whatever. Right. We're saying hello to the weekend, though. Some of you might have plans on the water.
Yeah, WPTV's Honey Rodriguez is sharing the story of a very special little girl and her wish come true.
She's only 4 years old, but she was determined to meet a mermaid in South Florida. 873 miles away in Spring Hill, Tennessee, Emmy Hockey had never seen the South Florida Ocean, let alone a mermaid. Make-A-Wish Southern Florida shared this video with us of Emmy's special day at the Boca Raton Beach Club. Emmy is fighting a disease that causes cancerous tumors, and she just finished 2 rounds of chemotherapy. Visiting with mermaids on the beach and in the pool was just what the doctor ordered. And with the help of Make-A-Wish Southern Florida, it was everything Emmy wished for and so much more. When the temperatures are this high, it's difficult for people experiencing homelessness to get out of the heat. But a local organization is helping change that. The nonprofit, A Different Shade of Love, hit the streets recently to hand out food and other supplies and make sure that people who are on the streets felt taken care of.
There's a big need. There's a big need. And this is just the peak. Like, I feel like they need more than just food. We need housing. They need space.
A big fundraiser is coming to St. Lucie County, and it's all about exposing kids to the arts. The Sunrise Theater Foundation in Fort Pierce is hosting its Runaway with the Circus event this Saturday. It includes all kinds of live entertainment like stilt walkers, jugglers, and live music. And it helps support children's programs along the Treasure Coast.
It's important because a lot of times school districts these days, they're cutting programs, sports, music, arts goes first. This gives them an opportunity to maintain that connectivity to the arts, to the living arts.
Runaway with the Circus starts at 6:30 p.m. this Saturday. Tickets are $35 for adults and $10 for kids. You can also find more information on our website at WPTV.com. Back to you.
Well, good morning, everyone. Tracking the tropics, and we'll begin in the Pacific Ocean. Doesn't really affect us, but there is something in the Pacific that the Hurricane Center is watching. It does have a high chance of becoming yet another tropical cyclone. For now, the Pacific Ocean is much more active than the Atlantic Basin where we live. So right now, all is quiet in the Gulf of Mexico, likewise into the Caribbean. And as we zoom on out, as we steer all the way over towards the Cabo Verde Islands and towards Africa, we're not tracking any tropical waves. So at least for the next 5 days, the tropics remain quiet. We'll have your weekend forecast coming up.
All right, 6:40 right now. If you're just tuning in, today's top story, Senator Joe Manchin will not support climate or tax provisions in that Democratic economic package. It's the message the West Virginia Democrats sent to Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. The two have been negotiating on that package for months. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky wants Russia to be declared a state sponsor of terrorism. His comments come as rescue crews are digging through the deadly destruction from a Russian missile attack. Zelensky said the strike targeted a medical clinic, offices, and residential buildings. We're expecting to learn new details today in the death of Carol Wright. Her attorneys are holding a news conference at 10 this morning. The 79-year-old died after falling from the Royal Park Bridge connecting West Palm to Palm Beach back in February after police say bridge tender Artuisa Palk failed to visually check the bridge before opening it. Palk's not facing manslaughter charges. West Palm Beach police investigating a crash that sent a bicyclist to the hospital. This is video including that windshield after the crash that happened on 36th and Broadway yesterday. The victim is a 60-year-old man.
The accused Buffalo supermarket shooter has been indicted on several federal hate crime charges. The teenage shooting suspect was brought up on 27 counts, including hate crimes resulting in deaths and involving an attempt to kill. The indictment comes just as the store is set to reopen today. Significant renovations have been made, including a memorial to the victims and survivors of the shooting. The trial for WNBA star Brittany Griner is underway right now. Here's video of Griner entering a Russian courtroom some hours ago. The hearing comes a week after pleading guilty to drug charges. During yesterday's hearing, a Russian basketball club director gave evidence in support of Griner, testifying to her good character. She has been in custody since February and is facing up to 10 years in prison.
Golf legend Tiger Woods, he's, let's just call it a rough start to the Open. We've seen him do better, but the Open Championship not doing well right now. Kicked off yesterday at the Old Course in St. Andrews, Scotland. His game unraveled in the opening round at the 7th hole. Mishit his drive so severely it wound up on a bunker closer to the 12th hole. Woods finished the first round 6 over par, a whopping 14 strokes off the lead.
I hit the ball in the correct spots a couple times to leave myself some good light putts, the correct angles, and I messed those up. And so when I had opportunities to make a few putts, I missed them, and then as I said, I compounded with some bad light putts and just never got anything going.
Say it again for the people.
I said today we are all Tiger Woods.
His worst day is like our
his worst day is still better than my best day ever.
It's all about how he finishes, though, if we know anything about Tiger. All right, fellow Palm Beach County resident and Cardinal Newman alum Brooks Koepka finished a little better than 1 over. Another South Florida resident, Rory McIlroy, second place at 6 under par. The Palm Beach Gardens resident, that's 2 shots behind the current leader, Cameron Young.
It's a hot day for golf, and during these really hot days, many of us though are reaching for, some ice cream, right? That sounds really good right now. And if that's you, an ice cream lover, well, a warning to stay clear of Big Olaf ice cream. It is being recalled over possible listeria contamination. The products include all expiration dates through June 30th. They were sold at retailers, in restaurants, and some senior homes in Florida. 23 people have been infected in 10 states, so throw it out immediately if that is in your fridge.
Well, good morning, everyone. Heading into the weekend, and for the weekend, we will see an increasing chance of showers and storms as a lot of tropical moisture moves on in. So it could rain at any point. Keep the umbrellas with you. Temperatures, though, will be cooler. Highs middle to the upper 80s. Live look outside Boca Raton FAU Stadium. You did have a heavy storm that rolled through just a couple of minutes ago, but you can see you are starting to dry things out. You can see the moisture quickly working its way inland. So Boca, you're starting to dry out, but we're still seeing some locally heavy downpours around Highland Beach. Beach, the northern part of Boca, southern part of Delray Beach, but this system is working its way farther and farther to the west. Another little shower that we're tracking coming ashore this morning, right near the airport. Otherwise, we also have some wet weather out in the Atlantic, and we have a lot of moisture back over towards the Bahamas, and all of this is going to feed its way into South Florida as we head into the next 2 to 3 days. Now, for today, we also have a little spin in the atmosphere. That's an area of lower pressure upstairs, and that's going to provide enough instability today. So any storm that forms inland later this afternoon could be on the strong side, meaning heavy rain, some gusty winds, and certainly potentially some hail too, and lots of lightning. Keep that in mind. Outdoor activities, if you're going to do a little gardening today, just some showers along the coast during the morning hours, and then during the afternoon hours, everything again works its way farther and farther inland. That's going to change though for the weekend, where the showers and storms do become more widespread for everyone. So Vipercast shows some coastal showers, and then during the afternoon around 2-3 p.m. everything back across the lake. We're dry along the coast, but then notice as we head into tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, picking up on some locally heavy downpours. Saturday afternoon, some off and on scattered showers and storms along the coast and inland as well. Rainfall totals, this is through Sunday night. We could pick up anywhere from 1 to about 3 inches of rain. So we could be dealing with some locally heavy downpours. Your 7-day coming up.
All right, folks, just need to tell you something that's really going to impact your central Palm Beach County commute right now.
Yeah, you know, the drive times look in the green right now, but we are getting a breaking update. I-95 northbound on Okeechobee Boulevard, there has been a car crash and there is a roadblock. 3 lanes are blocked. You're going to want to use some caution when you drive through there. So you see that green right there at Okeechobee and Canner. That's in northbound 95.
26 minutes.
26 minutes. It might start to slow down a little bit more. Indiantown Road to Canner 11, Becker Road to PGA Boulevard 24 minutes.
Yeah, that Okeechobee is really going to jam things up. We'll try to get a camera on that for you a little later in the newscast. But I tell you what, who wants to pet a dinosaur?
Do you ever think about petting a dinosaur? I feel like you like pat it.
I like riding it. My favorite was Triceratops, but who knows?
Yeah. I was like what is it, Bronchosaurus, the nice one with the long neck?
Yeah, the long neck guy. Okay, but a lot of stuff going on this weekend, right?
Yeah, well, of course they're all extinct, and they have been, for just a few years or so. And the Palm Beach Museum of Natural History is making it possible to go see some dinosaurs, though, this summer. And our TA Walker is live in Wellington to show us this innovative camp where kids can become junior paleontologists and so much more, you say, TA.
Yeah, it's called Jurassic Camp inside the mall at Wellington Green here in Wellington, of course. And there's a lot of activities that the kids can do. So if you're trying to punch up your kids' summer camp game, there's still a few slots left and a few more weeks of it. It runs through August 5th, actually. And Shauna, what are some of the activities the kids do when they're at Jurassic Camp?
Okay, well, some of the things that they do is they have hands-on experience with finding fossils, like the Stig Pit. We have a larger one in back, but we brought a sample out for you guys to check out, where they get to dig for real fossils and even take some home.
Now, this fossil is 66 million years old, you say?
Yes, that is a piece of vertebrate spine from Cheryl the Triceratops, which we have inside. And if you guys come to the museum and check it out, we'll even let you touch her.
So this fossil, 66 million years old, and it fell off, and if it breaks, what happens?
Okay, well, usually a preparator would help put it back together. In this case, we use it for hands-on educational purposes, but we have had other pieces break off in the past that I have the campers help prepare the piece. So they have got to put their hands on the Triceratops and put it back together.
That is so cool. I would love to a camp like that. And Lillian, you mentioned earlier, we just talked about it, that the tile here at the mall at Wellington Green is Jurassic tile, and you can actually look for things in the tile, right?
Yeah, so we like to teach our campers to recognize the natural history all around them. And they've actually pointed out that there's ammonites in the Jurassic era tile all around the mall. Now, an ammonite is a creature that you can see. It's technically an invertebrate.
You have a puppet on, you have all the things.
I
Is it this
know.
one? Here we go.
There you go. Thanks for helping me out. It's this invertebrate right here, and this is what a nice, big, polished fossil would look like, but you can see them all around.
You got
the
it.
floor.
So, Megan and Mike, the one thing I want to debunk this morning is in Jurassic Park movies, everybody calls this a velociraptor.
Yeah.
It's not. It's actually called, I wrote it down, a Deinonychus. An actual velociraptor is about Barney size.
Aww. small.
That
Barney's
small?
not quite. Barney wouldn't have done so well in Jurassic Park.
You know, every time he was holding Cheryl the dinosaur bone piece. He's like, "This is 60 million years." I was like, "TA, put it down, just please."
Yeah.
Put it down.
Don't ruin it. It's made it this long.
It's made this long.
Well, if you're, and if you're a parent that's running out of things to do with your kid this summer, this is a great option.
All boys, especially, and girls, love dinosaurs.